Hi, this is Carrie, and our next video in the How to Scrap an iScrapbook series is going to feature how to add pages and work with a double page spread and creating templates from pages so we can use them again. The first thing we're going to do is add a double page spread to this album. And so I'm going to go over here and click on the plus sign next to the Pages pane. You can also go to File and New Page. I'm going to click this plus, and our little dialog box comes up. We can name the page. I'm going to leave the default name of New Page. And once again, we see we have our three types of pages. We can create blank pages, pre-designed templates, or smart templates. I'm going to create just a blank two-page spread. And so I'm going to select blank two-page spread and say choose. And now that'll add this blank two-page spread to the end of our album. And I want this page to come in a different spot. So I'm just going to, over here in the preview thumbnails pane for the pages, drag it to ahead of this section divider here. So I have two pages in the right space. If I had left it down here at the end, you can see there's a blank area where a page needs to go to fill that section. I'm going to drag it back over here and have it there. Now, I want to put a background paper on this page. And so I'm going to go over here to my kits and my iScrap kits. I'm going to select kits, and I'm going to go to my Pretty in Pink kit and select paper. And then I'm going to drag this flower paper onto my blank pages. Now, it pops up with a dialog box saying, do I want to use this paper as the background image, or do I want to insert it as a graphic? If I insert it as a graphic, it's going to just put it in there as a piece of paper on the foreground, like this. So, and that's not what I want. I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to drop it on again and say use as background. Then I get my background dialog box. Now this is where I'm going to, I mentioned in an earlier video about selecting the image position here. On a two-page spread is where you're going to see a difference. Right now it's proportional. So what it's done is it's taken this 12 by 12 piece of paper and expanded it to fit the double page spread in a proportional way. Meaning nothing's getting stretched out of position or anything like that. If I go up here and click center, it will put it in the middle of this two-page spread, as if, let me zoom out a minute so you can see this better. Well, I can't zoom out while I'm in this mode. Okay. So it treats it as if it's one 12 by 12 piece of paper, and it puts it in the middle of the two-page spread. If I click on tile, it's going to put two 12 by 12 pieces of paper, one on each side of the double page spread. If I do scale to fit, it's going to stretch it to fit in the double page spread, and not necessarily proportionally. You see our flowers are stretched to the side a little bit, because what it does is it says, okay, 12 will fit the height, but the width is 24, so I'm going to stretch it to fit that 24. And if we click proportional again, it will stretch it to fit, but this time it'll stretch it proportionally, so the flowers maintain the correct proportion. I'm going to select tile, so I have what is basically two 12 by 12 sheets of paper, one on each side of the double page layout, and I'm going to click done. Now, we're going to add some pictures to this double page spread later, in later videos, when we talk about how to add photos and working with elements and shadows and things. But for right now, I'm just going to leave these like this and click save. Now, I want to add two more blank pages, just to give you an idea of the options out there for you. Normally when I'm creating a book, I add my pages one or two at a time, depending on the page layout I'm working on. I don't add 20 pages to a book and then go back and start filling in things. I work on the first page, and then I might add a double page spread and work on those 2 pages, and then I might add another single page. But for the purposes of demonstration, I'm going to add a couple pages here. So we're going to click on our little plus here to add a new page again, or again, you can go to the File menu and select New Page. And this time I'm going to add a pre-designed template. So I'm going to click Pre-designed Templates. And clicking on Pre-designed Templates will show all of the pre-designed templates in your software. Clicking on single pages will only show single page ones. Clicking on 2-page spreads will show double page spread ones, and albums will show entire pre-designed albums. I'm going to click on single pages because I'm just going to add a single page of a pre-designed template. And I'm going to scroll down here and select this Adore one. And again, I can name it. I'm going to actually give this page a name up here in the name box. I'm going to just call it Adore and click Choose. Now over in it takes a minute to load up the pre-designed page. Over here in our page thumbnails, we see our Adore page. Now if you notice on the design area here, you see all this stuff, ribbons coming off the edge of the page, pieces of paper coming off the edge of the page, flowers and elements. If we click on Trim to Page up here in the toolbar, it will turn that off and it will just trim everything to a 12 by 12 page. If we click Trim Off again, it will show us everything that's bleeding off the page limits. So that can be handy to know what's going to show up on pages and how to position elements. So I'm just going to trim it for right now. And then the next page I'm going to add to the album is another Smart Template page. So I'm going to click on my Add Pages button again and click on Smart Templates Single Pages and scroll down, and I'm going to select this 4-up number 2 layout. I'm not going to give it a name. I'm just going to let it call it new page and click Choose. And again, it pops up my Smart Template instructions. I'm going to close those for right now because I'm not going to do anything with that at the moment. Now you'll notice we have our pages over here, our 6 pages over here, and our Pages Thumbnail View pane. What we can do in this Pages Thumbnail View pane is click and drag these pages to rearrange their order in the book. And so say I want this particular new page to come over here, I can just drag it that way. Also, if we didn't name our pages when we created them and they just are added as new page, or we name them something and later we decide we want to change the name, we can just double click on the name over here under the thumbnail view and type a new name for that page, so we know what page we intend to work on. And so I just type bath time for this new page. Okay, we're going to then the last thing I want to show you in this video is how to use one of these pages to create a template, a pre-designed template that we can use later in this same project to make multiple pages. And here I have a page that I created from a Smart Template actually, to use as a section divider in this book. I'm going to have various sections for my daughter's baby years, and I want to use this layout every time I make a new section. And I'm going to put the section title here and a photo that complements that section. So what I want to do is save this layout as a template to use in those sections later. So I'm going to go to File, Save as Template, and select Selected Page. And when my Save as Template box opens, I can give it a name, and I'm going to call it Baby Section Divider. I leave the default location for saving templates to. Here you can select another location if you'd like. And then in the type of template down here that we want. It defaults to Smart Template, but what I want to select is Pre-Designed Template, because I want this template to always use the same paper, the same embellishments, the same look. I'm just going to fill it in with a different photograph and a different title each time. If you wanted to refill it with different papers, it would be a Smart Template, and we'll cover making Smart Templates in a later video. So I'm going to click Save, and it saved it as a pre-designed template. Now, if I want to add another section divider page to my book, all I have to do is click on Add Page, go to Pre-Designed Templates Single Pages, and it's right there in my Pre-Designed Template Single Pages. I can select it and say Choose, and a new section divider page will be put into my book for me. So that is how to add pages and save a designed page as a pre-designed template for later use in iScrapbook software.